In this, the fourth episode on understanding how our emotions influence our financial decisions, we will go deeper into the meaning of what it is to define, evaluate, moderate, and control a problem. In review, problems usually catch us off guard. This causes a sense of hurt and confusion because we have been interrupted. But I ask the question, what is really causing the hurt and confusion? Let us say I want to transfer funds from my account and find out I don't have enough money in the account or I'm overdrawn. My interest is blocked and I am confused. In the following, I am not being simplistic or simple-minded. I am demonstrating that from the most mundane problem to the most complex, our emotional system works the same way. Bear with me through this simple example of a low bank account, and we will get to the next major level of what this series is about. I can look at this at two levels. I can say that the stimulus of the low bank account is the problem. I can divine the problem, distance myself from it, and conclude that there is not enough money. I can evaluate the situation. I can do something and be in control as much as possible. But there's another angle. Besides the confusion, the situation can lead to anger, distress, shame, fear, and other emotions. These emotions can reach a high level and cause more problems. We could come to think that the bank account is at fault, and we get angry at the bank account. A secondary way, or primary way, to look at this process is to evaluate each feeling on a scale of 0 to 10. If my anger is at 10, the idea would be to distance myself from my anger and define it, evaluate it, focusing on the trigger, in this case, the lack of money, and do something about the trigger and control it. We can apply this system to any particular feeling or emotion. As promised, the next major step is to present what is well regarded as a definitive set of feelings, as seen here: anger, fear, distress, disgust, dismay, shame, surprise, interest, and joy. We are all familiar with all of these except the smell. Study the picture and try to mimic it on your face. This is considered a very primitive reaction to the need to identify poisonous food. Unlike disgust, where we take something in and then throw it out, the smell is a signal to not get near the offending substance. In the next short video, I will say a bit about where all this material in this series comes from. Things to note about the list of feelings. There are 6 unpleasant feelings. There is 1 neutral, surprise, and there are 2 positive feelings. We can list these and rate ourselves on a scale of 0 to 10. 10 is taken to be the most intense memory you have of that feeling. You need not consciously think of that moment, as your subconscious will be aware of it. If you write the words down, imagine the word in your mind's eye, and without thinking about it, a number between 0 and 10 should appear. Write that number down. Take no more than a second to write down a number. Now add up the numbers for anger, fear, distress, disgust, dismay, and shame, and then for interest and joy. You have 60 possible points for the first 6 and 20 for the 2 positive ones. Surprise is considered neutral, as you can feel good or bad after being surprised, so you can leave that aside or add it to the positive or negative total. Things to note after this exercise. There are more unpleasant points than positive. Therefore, on average, if we are really paying attention to our feelings, there will be more unpleasant points than pleasant ones. Again, on average. Certainly, we can have days where we feel very good. Later, I will explain the importance of this truth of having things weighted toward the unpleasant. If you would do these exercises every day or several times a day, you will note that the numbers should change. The thought is that all of our feelings are neither positive or negative. They are neutral and useful. That is why we have them. Number 4, we are born with them and learn about them in each our own way as we grow. 5, anger, fear, distress, disgust, dismay, and shame are useful, say from 0 to 5, as they are telling us something is wrong. Very high interest and joy can get us in trouble. Curiosity killed the cat. As stated in the earlier video, high interest excitement can lead to bad financial decisions. So too, then, can high anger, fear, distress, disgust, despair, and shame lead to rash and confused actions. Synthesizing everything, we can put the idea that most of the time we will feel at least a bit of discomfort, as there will be more unpleasant points compared to positive ones. Why is this? It is only by pushing through the unpleasant do we get to feel good. Now, this is not always true, but for the most part it is. 9. There is no lasting joy, as once we feel good, a new problem will arise, and we get to work on it and feel joy again. This is how we have survived and how we have accomplished things as humans. Feeling motivates. Thank you. Please remember that none of this is to be taken as personal or financial advice. Dr. Lynch.